Hi Pragya, thanks for inviting me here. And I am Gauri Das. I work as a head of HR for a non-banking finance company. It is promoted by a European bank, and I am responsible for pan-India human capital requirements. And I also support my global teams. That's my role, and employee engagement has been a topic which has been very close to my heart because that's the crux of employee satisfaction, and employee satisfaction is what leads to benefits in terms of profits, productivity, efficiency, and whatnot. So thank you so much for inviting me here to talk about employee engagement related aspects.
What are the effective ways to measure employee engagement?
Wonderful question, Pragya, because like I said, employee engagement leads to productivity enhancement on all of it. And there's a lot of focus on employee engagement currently. However, if you can't measure it, you can't prove that it is actually doing something good for you. So wonderful. It is important first to understand how employee engagement works because it's like a feeling, just like love. We cannot quantify it, but yes, there are certain measures which we can use. So how employee engagement helps is also very important. Like Gallup study, Gallup is a well-known name when it comes to employee engagement. One of the studies they did proved that the companies which are in 99th percentile of this overall survey, they had 4 times success rate than the company which were in first percentile. And similarly, their success rate was 22% more on average, and their profitability was 21% more. So this is the power of employee engagement, and that's why a lot of investments being done on it. So let's talk about measuring it now. There are multiple parameters through which we can do it. As I mentioned, Gallup has this surveys. So one of them is Pulse survey, wherein either you can do it on your own, you can create your in-house questionnaire and you can customize them to your requirements, or you can outsource it to some agency which will support you with this. And it can be talking about future that the employees see in the company. Do they really feel valued? What do they talk about leadership? Are they having job satisfaction? Do they really happy coming to the work? So these kind of things are part of this pulse survey, and that indicates whether employees are currently engaged or not. These days, besides this pulse survey, which is done yearly or twice in a year, you can also go for per hour or even per day's pulse checking. So at the end of the day, employees while exiting, they say whether they felt good today or not. So if they didn't feel good, you can find out a lot of data from it. Is it Tuesday that they are not feeling good about? Or is it Monday blues or whatever? Or if was there any particular event or in a particular department, if people were not happy, maybe there was something which was not right that day. So that can be one way. Second is net promoter score, wherein you talk to your employees and ask them to rate how many of them will refer a colleague or a friend to join your organization. Say for example, you are asked, Pragya, that whether you will ask your friend or your relative to join the company or not, and the scores would be between 0 to 10. So if you say between 0 to 6, you are a detractor. You don't want people to join because you are yourself not engaged. If you are between 7 and 8, you are neutral, and 9 and 10 indicates that you are a promoter. So this net promoter score is like percentage of detractors, percentage of promoters minus percentage of detractors. And if you get a negative value, there is a challenge with employee engagement. So that's another way. One traditional method which we all have been using, it can be stay interview or it can be exit interview. Mostly exit interview is used more because it is considered that now the employee is going, he or she will be willing to share all the secrets. So that's another way to find out engagement. Besides that, absenteeism rate, if many people are calling sick on a Friday or on a Monday, there is a problem because people can fall sick on these days. But if so many people are calling sick, there is a challenge. Another indicator, turnover rate. As we all know, if attrition is very high, there is some challenge. While I fully agree that some attrition is good and we should always have new blood coming in, but if churning is very high, then it's all about hiring and refilling the positions. So employee engagement is low. These are some of the things that you can use to measure engagement.
All right, you have amazingly explained all the factors without being so much studic or like making it more like a study and things like that. And any layman person can also understand from your examples what exactly this means. And that was the whole purpose of our conversation. Okay.
Great.
So let's move ahead to the second part of this conversation, which is like, how do we take care of the employee well-being through employee engagement?
It's another wonderful thing, and today's time, especially pandemic, and this is how it's going to move forward. Wellness has become a very important role. So let's understand what's the difference between engagement and wellness. Engagement is how employees are feeling about work, about company, about culture, and our own wellness is all about how are we feeling. So it's about we feeling and it's about how are we feeling about the company work. However, there is a great correlation. So Pragya, you will relate to it. If you are not well one day, no matter how good your boss talks to you, you would not be happy about things that day. Is that correct?
Totally, in total agreement with
Yes.
you.
Yeah, so that's how it happens all the time, and even with family members. If we are having fever, then nothing would be good. Even our favorite food would not be suiting us or tasting good that day. And that is why employee wellness and employee engagement are very much correlated. You cannot separate them. If I'm not well, no matter what you do in terms of work, culture, company, ambience, I am not going to be happy. I'm not going to be engaged. And when we talk about wellness, it is not only the physical wellness that has been core agenda so far. After this pandemic, even mental wellness has become a great topic and great cause on which people are working. However, for me, there are few more angles to it. I would also add community, social connect, financial well-being. So talking about physical well-being, it's all about giving them all the support. But the designing should be in such a way that it does not become another task for employees. Most of the times we would say that, okay, we have this session for you, do join us, and it's mandatory because it's all about your health. I believe in customizing things. I mean, somebody may be for Zumba, another person may be happy doing yoga. So we have to customize it according to their requirements because not everybody is able to do everything. So that is about physical. Mental, we already know there are employee assistant programs, there are meditation, there are a lot of other things, spiritual aspects of it that companies are taking care of. Financial well-being has become a very important role, and this pandemic made us realize that there were many people at very senior levels who had challenged managing their home household expenses even for 2 3 months when they were laid off. I'm sure you would have read such news and you would have been part of such discussions. This makes us understand that employees are not able to manage their finances. And I'm sure when it comes to IT return or it comes to doing a lot of things in terms of finances, you also would be having some challenges. I'm having it. So that's one aspect where companies can support employees, which is financial wellness. Now, social. Are they happy in the space that they are in? Do they have somebody loving them? Do they have great relationships at home? Because that is what is carried at work. So even that is an important aspect. While keeping the privacy concerns aside, it is important to understand what's going on with employee even at home. If they need support, somebody is going through divorce or there are challenges, somebody is not well at home and they need to take care of this person, company should be empathetic enough to support such employees. So that's about social. And final, community. We always have this, like you are doing it beautifully, Pragya. You are supporting HR Success Talks as a volunteer and you are trying to give back to society, right? Similarly, all of us have this intention of going back to community and giving it back to them. So the CSR programs are designed in such a way that employees get to fulfill that desire. So even supporting community well-being is another agenda on overall well-being. So for me, if we have to connect employee well-being and employee engagement, we need to focus on all five aspects.
Beautifully explained, Gauri. And I actually never thought from so many perspectives. Okay, it was majorly into two categories only, the physical well-being and the mental well-being. So thanks for giving all these insights
But you
and
are already doing something great in community well-being.
right. So I was not even
Okay.
thinking it from that perspective, but this has actually aligned so many other objectives as well. So maybe I can utilize these practices and everything as such happening into my current role and take it further from there.
Definitely.
All right, and we can continue this conversation for long, but I think you have a time constraint. Same goes with me. So we'll carry on the other conversation some other time. I also wanted to understand your experience of working with the HR Success Talk Forum and how has it been so far now?
I think this is my first direct connect with HR Success Talk.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah, so I really loved it, and more so because of you, Pragya. Your smile while asking questions, it made things very easy and very interesting also. And the way you summed up, it was really good. And I really appreciate HR Success Talk that they have, I guess you have around 100,000 volunteers. It's a
That's
community
right.
of 100,000 people, right?
Mhm.
So it is a great power, and this volunteering initiative also where you are creating these videos to support students or learners is
Mhm.
absolutely amazing. More power to HR Success Talk and you.
Thanks a lot, Gauri, for your valuable time today.